About a year and a half ago, I did a video on a South Texas beef cut favorite called Mollejas, also known as sweetbreads. It didn't take off at first because in North America, this cut is only popular in northern Mexico and South Texas. That is up until recently, with more content creators showcasing this cut, it has started becoming popular for good reason. Its buttery, creamy texture on the inside complements the charred, crispy texture outside and tastes like no other beef cut out there. So today, we'll show you how to break down Mollejas as a whole into smaller and more grillable cuts, and we're doing it all here on Al Lunacy Queuing. Welcome back, my good people. It's been a few weeks since my last meat breakdown video, so I thought doing a Mollejas beef cut breakdown video would be of interest to my viewers. So here it goes. In order to get a better understanding of how to break this down, let's first look at where this beef cut comes from. Mollejas or sweetbreads are harvested from the thymus gland and pancreas of veal. This is because the glands are larger in younger cattle and begin to shrink with age. There are two kinds of sweetbreads, the throat thymus sweetbread and the heart sweetbread, which is the pancreas. So the throat mollejas will be longer and not as wide as the heart mollejas. Opening our mollejas, I noticed that they always have a smaller inner package that resembles a sandwich bag. Regardless of where I buy them, whether it's a supermarket like H-E-B or a local mom and pop's meat market, this seems to be consistent. Let's inspect our mollejas before we start our cutting. So this smaller piece here is just some thymus tissue and fat that we will save for later. Now, judging from the size of this, it seems as though we got the heart mollejas. Most of the packages I saw at the meat market were from 2 pounds to 2.5 pounds. This is just slightly under 2 pounds. And you can see here that there's more thymus tissue and fat that we'll remove. I should mention that you're going to want to do this when the mollejas are semi-frozen. After removing the last of the fat, I'll look for a natural split in the gland so I can do my first cut. Take your time doing this by using your two thumbs and feeling around the meat for a place where you can start your split. Most molleja packages I have bought will contain an area where the gland naturally separates. Once you have found it, use your thumbs to open up as much as you can, then use your knife to finish off the split. Straight down the split of our meat will go, and that will be our first cut. Then we will get our knife and project our next cut with one of the halves. So once again, we'll cut the halves straight down the middle. This leaves us with 2 quarter cuts. Now you'll have options on how far you want to break this cut down. It all depends on how thick you want your mollejas to be. You can cut it in half one more time like we're doing here. This will make it easier to cut down into taco-sized strips so serving can be made easier. Or you can leave your quarter cut as is and sort of use the palm of your hand to pound it down and flatten it out and make it a wider cut of meat. It really is up to your preference. That makes 3 cuts of meat so far. Let's continue with the process. So now that we have one half of our mollejas broken down, I'll repeat the process once again to the other half. While I'll do this, I'll give you a little more background about mollejas. The Spanish word for sweetbread is of course mollejas, and the double L is pronounced like the letter Y, and the J is pronounced like the letter H. Although organ meats are not widely consumed in the United States and Canada, cuts like beef cheeks, tripes, machitos, tripas, and mollejas are a popular delicacy in northern Mexico and South Texas. Outside of these areas, sweetbreads are also popular in France and Germany. They are a favorite item in the cuisines of the Middle East, Greece, and Argentina, and they are usually roasted, grilled, or pan-fried. So at the end of our breakdown, we have a total of 6 cuts of mollejas. We will go ahead and save 2 pieces in the original packaging, and we'll add some of those fatty pieces to go along with it. We will prepare and cook these on the grill today, and the other 4 pieces will be vacuum sealed and put in the freezer for later cooks. We will place 2 cuts along with some fatty pieces in each bag to get ready and seal. Now, as I do this, I should mention that many people here in South Texas do not break down mollejas before they cook them. They will either boil or grill them first, then cut them in half, season them, and then continue to cook them. Some people will not even cut them at all and prefer to eat them as is. The thing here is that mollejas tend to swell up when you cook them, so if you don't cut them in half at some point, you're going to be left with a very thick cut of meat to grill. This is what we got here, guys. The 2 mollejas that we cut in half. That's the fat here, that's the fat there. You can see that's going to be left so that the mollejas can kind of like cook in their own grease. So we're going to just kind of foil boat it. Put it in. You guys remember this one? Today we are using our portable Old Country Sabine grill. It had been a while since I used this one. I try and cycle through all my 27 grills. Quick, you can see how I was telling you the mollejas will kind of boil in their own juices. Okay, I just took them off the smoker, and you can see that they're still very juicy. It looks like they're coming along pretty good. Turn them around. Some of the grease that was left from those fatty pieces. Time to take these out, I think. Yeah. Take these out. Well, guys and gals, this was really supposed to be a meat breakdown video, but I got hungry as I was cutting these mollejas, so I figured I'd grill a few to end the video. Mollejas have a unique flavor. You can grill these to have a charred, crisp taste on the outside while retaining a rich, buttery, succulent taste on the inside. You may think that before tasting them they might have a strong internal organ taste, but they really don't. They are very mild, but so delicious. It's hard to describe. Well, my good people, I hope this video finds you all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate the likes, the shares, and all the comments. As always, take care of yourself and each other. We'll see you again very, very soon.